says she's live. Hey. Testing it out. Blah, 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 blah. Click it again. Will it go in? Now it says it's live streaming, but it's not appearing on my app. Why is that not coming through? Ching, ching, ching. Maybe if I get out of YouTube. Here we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Yours, pretty sure, don't see why your mic would not be working, so let's get into it. Ready to roll one?
Let's rock and roll.
Okay, here we go.
Welcome back, me Immortalized, to another edition of what is the monthly goals. You got Juan here.
Kyrin on the other side.
And on these monthly goals, what we do, as always, as we go back, we look back at the month that was and the month that's going to be. We had September just roll around. In fact, it's got 2 more days left of September.
Correct.
And we're going into October. So we'll normally just talk about the monthly goals, what went normally wrong. If you want to talk about what went right, we sometimes do, but I normally just focus in on what didn't go well.
Yep.
And then what's really to come. Now, Kyrin's also starting his new annual goals as well, so we should see some nice, interesting things coming up. I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to kick straight into the September 2022 goals for me. I had 9 in my continuation of sort of reducing some of these numbers, and you'll see actually it continues this trend into the new one. Although, and I won't share it just yet, but I will share it one day on the podcast. But there's been a lot of stuff happening in my life, so it's been busy as.
So this is the second round of
correct. Yeah. So
2023 goals.
That's correct. So look, everything's been going well so far, though. In fact, the one I'm actually happiest with was the running 3 kilometers per week, which I went over the top with that. So that would be in 12 kilometers over the month, and I'm probably going to be hitting more around 20 kilometers for the month. Because I've got a couple of runs tomorrow and Friday. So
nice.
I was like, oh, that's good. And I was surprised that I got the 10 hours of total French practice.
Okay.
Because again, it's been hella busy, but I've actually managed to maintain it.
So he was talking shit about how easy that would be at. No, not easy, but
well, I thought I was thinking about bumping it to 15.
Yeah, exactly.
And no way. Like 10 was like right on the cusp.
Nice,
in fact, I've already done 10, so it's 2 days to go. But there's no way. There's no way 15 would have been hit. So you'll see that it doesn't actually show up in the next one.
Yeah, once you go off the rails, and you'll see in mine, it's so hard to recover.
Hard to pull it back.
Yeah.
And then finally, the one I didn't get at all was putting out the first episode of the MM Web 3. Yeah. And this one, look, again, just got pushed to the bottom of the pile. There's a few things that's
your version of my
it is. It absolutely is. There's a few things here. There's kind of like the sentiment of the market going down. I haven't organized the location at my new place to kind of set up and do the videos how I want to there. I haven't even thought it through. So while it's sitting there with the details that I want to talk about it, I just don't have those things in play. And generally, it just hasn't become priority at all to do so. So you'll see in a moment that it doesn't come up in the monthly goals for the next one. I was gone. Let's just push it back a bit. I'm not doing it right now. That's fine. That's cool. Move on. For the moment, in any case. So those were the September goals.
Nice.
What about yourself?
Yeah. Okay. So for me, it was a good and bad month. Once again, feels like busy. Feels like I've been busy, but I haven't had a good excuse neither. My laptop screwed up. That did take. I honestly don't know how many hours. Probably 5 to 9 hours of. Actually, no. If I include the actual experience of spending time not being able to use it,
redoing stuff,
it's probably been about 20 hours. Yeah. So that took a fair chunk out, unfortunately. And most of that was taken out of my German. So 30 hours of German practice, whatever day it was that the laptop broke, which was about the middle of the month. So I probably got about 15. And then I just did one lesson per day just to keep the Duolingo streak.
Yeah.
But I haven't. once that goes, it is, like I said, it's so hard to recover.
It's really hard.
If you miss
really
2 or
hard.
3 days.
So hold on a moment. So you were on track, let's just say, halfway through.
Yep.
Then the computer died.
Yeah, it was probably about, I'd say, yeah, definitely like 7. There was probably like 8 days where it would have been really hard, especially the handstand retreat. I was planning on doing kind of like double that weekend before to kind of cover those days because I just wasn't going to do it when I was out there.
Yep.
And yeah. And then, once I was 8 hours behind, did it really the motivation kind of has been lost a little bit.
Yep.
And I've been using those hours to good use elsewhere. I haven't been screwing them away.
Sure.
So it's been good. But yeah, there was a whole bunch here which were... I was coming to the end of my goals, so I just chucked them in for form's sake.
Yep.
So going to a salsa night, didn't do. Transitioning book review to self-hosting. Once again, this is looking kind of like the noding one, which is the deeper I get into it, the more I'm like, oh, fuck, this is way harder than I thought. I've actually been...
This is going to be like the coding, dude. This is going to be like the coding. Multiply it. Literally multiply it.
I've been chatting with some people on the Mastodon, and Dave was like, oh, I'm surprised you didn't have a node, Kyrin. And I kind of came up with, it just doesn't really make sense for me at this time. And a whole bunch of them were like, I came in, I got it, and I spent so much time... It's not even the stuff that I am scared about. It's the balancing channels between other people because you have to kind of have inbound and outbound liquidity. It's kind of like an abacus. You need to be constantly doing all that. Oh God, man, I'm so glad I didn't. This transitioning the book reviews is potentially at that level of just it could go so wrong. It could go so wrong and require so much time. So,
scary stuff, man.
But
scary stuff.
I have started enjoying the reading again. That's getting back, so that was good. I did watch all the stretching videos I saved. I did hit up old friends from my list. I was, for the most part, smiling and eye contact whilst walking around. Still need to do the value for value presentation template. And
actually,
like
I've
I've
got to
said,
follow up,
that kind of I kind of need one's impetus
to help that out for sure. For sure.
It's probably not getting done quickly if it's just left up to me.
Yeah, no,
but
absolutely.
We will check. Boostergrams. So the monthly goals, we like to go over just the support that we've received and give some appreciation to people who've really been sending in stuff and helping us out. Now, because it is not the actual end of the month and we had to record this a little bit early, we don't have all the data, but I can say that from September of 2022, we had earned 1,707,000 sats on the Mere Mortals channel. And now doing it in October of 2022, and of course the sheet decides it needs to think and load. It is now at 860,000 more or less. So, quick math one.
160,000. 153, 154.
That's a good month.
Yep. That's a good month.
That's a real good month. So
now, of course, that's definitely been supported heavily by Peter, by
Peter,
Dave.
So you can see Peter was on 840. He's on 840 now. 1,000 contributed, and he was on 718, and there's some extra ones down in here.
So a humongous amount definitely have come from Peter. So look,
from Peter, for
thank
sure.
you obviously from everyone,
but also from Dave. He's jumped up by an extra 20,000 or so at least.
Yeah, so. And I think we've had quite a bit of support from everyone. But yeah, big shout out obviously.
Yeah,
Peter and Dave. Always supporting the channel. So really do appreciate it.
And we haven't highlighted enough, but we will do something when you reach 1 million.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we will do something. So he's close. He's very close.
For sure.
If we were to sum up the Mere Mortals book reviews, I feel like he probably is already there.
And value for value is way over.
Yeah. So we need to kill out, bring them all together.
I'll do that. I'm willing to do that once a year. So
okay.
I'm not going to do that every month. But on 2023, as we roll over, and I've got my party hat on.
We'll
do a big count of everything that's been coming in.
Okay.
Who did it, and I'm willing to go through some like old bullshit Satoshi stream things that I had in here
to get some data.
Because I've got so many wallets, man. They're everywhere. I'm the fucking epitome of decentralization over here. So
decentralized to himself.
So big shout out, everyone. There's a Value for Value podcast. We appreciate the support coming in, and we request that if you got value from this, just send it our way in terms of a message or in terms of sharing with a friend. And a Boostergram is where you can show it in a monetary fashion as well. Mm-hmm. Because I haven't transitioned over the book reviews, we still have to pay the moolah to Buzzsprout and for the hosting and things like that. So that does require broken laptops as well.
Yeah.
All of this does require
some technical wear and tear
some money
to live.
And if you checked out my latest goals, I'm trying just not to wreck myself this year. So it's not like I'm seeing the cash coming flying in. The goal is don't get wrecked in this next financial year, Kyrin.
The divvies are drying up.
Nice. All right, Juan. So what have you got for us for October?
October 2022. So
it'll be on your screen as you're watching as well.
Correct. People. So there's 7. There's actually 7 goals this month. So I've pulled it right back.
That is not much at all.
So a few have been pulled through. However, there are some that are quite difficult here, so it'll be interesting to talk through them. So first one is mapping back to this Operation 30, so running 25 kilometers in the month. This should be pretty achievable. So
what's your plan for that? How many K are you going to do? 1K a day? No,
definitely not. I've been enjoying doing the 3K sort of runs at the moment, sort of after the gym and the like. So I think I'll be basically just doing 3 to 2K gym, 3 to 2K runs, so 3 times a week sort of thing. So that sort of easily get me to those numbers. Might even be more. So again, I put a number to it as a minimum standard, but I fully expect that it'll go way beyond that. And there's some changes to some of the things I'm doing in my routine that might encourage me to do even more running. So nice. There's that. 2, just focusing on deadlifts and pull-ups in this particular section. Ooh. So we haven't finished a month, so I'm going to hit my max bench on Friday to see how it all goes. Because I was focusing on the benching, but this time around is going to be deadlift and pull-ups. So that just means a ton of volume on the pull-ups and not a ton of volume deadlifts, but more so strength.
Who do you think does more pull-ups in a month nowadays?
There's a couple of weeks, even in this... there's a couple of days in these last couple of weeks I've been doing 200 pull-ups a session.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to be looking... I haven't done my calcs yet, but I'd probably be looking at hitting like 500 to 600 a week.
Okay.
So 2,000...
I wouldn't be too far
2,400 a month or something.
I'm doing about 100 a session for 3 sessions a week. So that's okay. So it's 300 a week, not
600.
Yeah.
So only half.
Not that much.
Yeah. Basically the same though. Basically the same. As you can see, folks, this is what a mere mortal does.
Hey, look, all of my math skills are going towards not getting wrecked, man.
Exactly. Here, one's like uncommon.
Should I sell this $500 stock for $350? Is this a good idea?
Same thing. Same thing. The number 3 here I've got is maintain a stretching and handstand set of work over the holidays. So I made this one a little bit specific. On holidays. Yeah, So I'm off to Tasmania next week. So I'm actually pulling back completely. See, it's interesting on all my training, but I might be doing some running. So you'll find I might be doing some running and walking on that space. But I want to make sure that the stretching handstand sessions that I've been doing and continuing, I want, at least it's just a one, but I want at least one to continue. It's probably a lot more stretching.
Has to be one. You
but
made it
definitely, exactly. Well, that's what I mean.
Goal, man.
That's what I mean. So there's going to be one in there. It's going to be maintained. So just got a fun time. I want to finish one more of Ryan Holiday's books. Probably
Jesus Christ, how many books does this dude have?
He's got 6 or 7, I believe. 2 of them are marketing books.
Have you got Trust Me, I'm Lying? I've been meaning to read that.
No, so that's the other one that I don't have Trust Me I'm Lying. There's two other marketing books, and then he's got his like philosophy sort of ones. I've got all 4 of them, so I'm
I'd be interested in his marketing ones because he was American Apparel, right? He was high up in that. And
high up in that, but by like chance. It wasn't really by the fact that he was a great marketer, it seems.
Yeah.
So
okay.
In any case, I have no interest in reading any of the marketing stuff, but his books are pretty self-initiating in this fact that like it doesn't pain me to go and read them.
No,
so
no, you're not going to have to be sorting through his words and being like, what
exactly. They're nice and easy with it.
What's the meaning of the purple rabbit that disappears into the air?
Yeah, none of that bullshit. Next one down is going to be using the latest information from our Valley channel to map the growth on the website.
Man, we have no idea what's going on there.
Yeah, so this is more what it actually means here is using. Yeah, I wrote this at some point super late at night. It's using our Valley for Valley monetary figures to actually map the growth on the website. So actually, that's a chart. To actually put together the chart and stuff like that. So I can do that. If you would like, as you're learning coding, you could go on graph.io and do the actual create a database with this data and do a forced manual one. So feel free to potentially take that as a project, but
yeah, we'll see.
I might just do a much quicker version of that, but we'll see. 6, I want to ensure this forms. Oh, what do I write here? Because it's like, let me just make sure. Yes. Okay, so this one.
Jeez, what the hell is this?
Yeah, so this one's interesting because it's not showing fully on that particular screenshot, but it's because the annual goal, which is number 18, is specifically about making sure that I'm doing a monthly catch up with my partner in terms of how we've been going, what's the plans for the next month, any particular things we want to change.
Yeah,
we kind of lost a little bit of that in the last month. We didn't do it. In fact, we planned on doing it on a particular day, which was a public holiday, and then we ended up just helping someone else move for like 7 hours that day. So we completely took it out of control, and we never made up for it. So I was want to make sure it falls back.
Did you get that from Tim Ferriss? That idea, the
No.
once a month thing?
No,
he talks about it a fair bit.
does he?
Yeah,
the once a month with his partner.
something like that. Yeah,
Oh. Maybe subliminally. Maybe it's
scheduled check-in of some sort. Yeah.
Tim, tell me how it's going. And then the 7th to last one. I want to be. This is so when you read the goals here, I'm gonna have to give you the explanation, obviously, on the annual goals. But this says non-negotiable will make this happen and outside of the house.
Okay.
The annual goal of that is the connecting with family, so direct family.
Yes. Correct.
And it was one time a month. So for me, it's I made this non-negotiable, and I want to make it outside of the house. So it's been for the most part being, we'll see you in the house and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I'll do the aspect of being outside of the house. So those are the 7 goals for October.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, sweet. So I'll jump onto my ones here. Let me bring them up. So the first one is loosen filter and just say stuff. So
loosen filter.
Basically, I just want to. I want to get myself in kind of trouble a little bit, to be honest. Just do things that are uncomfortable, that more uncomfortable than I'm kind of used to. So I have noticed a bunch of times, not even just with women, but just with people and kids running around. I've had the opportunity to say something and I didn't. I want to get rid of that kind of thing that's in my brain and stopping me doing that.
Okay.
And that's so I'm just going to try and do that in basically all scenarios now where it's I come in and I'm probably going to weird some people out. But it's through the weirding out process where I gradually start becoming a bit more friendly. I start saying, there's still probably weird things, but people enjoy it more.
Appreciate it more. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'd like to see.
So
I guess
I'm hoping to have some kind of fun stories of me just saying or doing something. Yeah, weird.
I can imagine.
Okay, so next one is creating the template for the V for V presentation. Once again, it's I need to do that to then be able to do the presentation. So actively take part in that community. So mostly I have the rough slides, so I sent those to you, but taking pictures, what pictures I want of them, what kind of bullet points. even just forming in my own mind, kind of doing maybe like a little run through or something like that. Complete mini list of crypto experiments. So I've had this thing on my phone for ages. Funnily enough, in my like waist, which is my measurements of how much I weigh and my waist each morning. And I've just had all of these things, like trying out the Thor chain, getting a couple of these unsig tokens, which is what Alex has created. There's the shapeshift kind of DEX, I guess. I want to try buying Bitcoin, but not through a centralized exchange, but a decentralized one. Like doing a Hosky swap or trying to get ADA. Like, what's the actual process of that? How do those things work? All these like little mini ones that I want to experiment with. So don't get wrecked, Kyrin. Don't get wrecked. Don't lose all your crypto.
What happens if, in part of one of these experimentations,
I get burnt? Or?
Yeah, not burnt, but like someone scams you and you end up like losing properly a lot of money.
I mean, like the point of these is to do them in a safe manner. So I, have a kind of burner wallet. So if anything fucks up there, it's contained.
Yep.
So the main wallets like that I have, I'm very careful with those. And so it's if I get scammed out of $100-$200, that's fine.
Okay, that's like a learning. But if it's like all of it
out of $50,000, that's a problem.
Yeah, because I saw on someone on OpenSea the other day. They were just going through the process of buying something on OpenSea, and within like seconds, they just completely wiped their stuff. Shame. And I was like, damn, man.
Yeah, that sucks. Like, what more can you say? Let's just be careful out there, people.
Get wrecked.
Yeah. Yep. This one I've just written 16 hours of real pain. So this is doing stretching back like I used to, where it hurt.
Right.
I've kind of been doing this half-assed. I'm in a deep stretch. There's no doubt about it. I'm almost in a middle splits, but it's, I'm not doing overstretching, which is kind of what you need to do to really get to that next level sort of thing. So I need to do real pain, the real discomfort, the kind of pain where it's, if I'm listening to a podcast, I won't remember what the podcast was on because all of my concentration was just on like breathe, get deeper, breathe, that sort of shit.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've done that. So yeah, I'm gonna goodbye, Kyrin. You'll be a jaded man when he comes to the next monthly goals. Next one, say yes to spontaneous events. So it's funny how often I say no, man.
Some of our friends are going to like listen to this and just break Kyrin.
Yeah, exactly. In general, yes.
In general, yes.
But if someone's abusing it, then no. Yeah. But I could have gone to a circus thing last week. I chose not to. I almost pulled out of this Burley trip because it's like, it didn't particularly line up. And I'll read you the exact message. So I'm already putting this into effect. So people were saying, are you keen to come along? And I'm like, okay, gotcha. I'm a maybe then. I'm not a huge morning person. I'd be driving myself down anyway, so don't alter plans for me. So I sent that at 10 a.m.
Yep.
And then at 5:31, I said, actually, I always do this half-ass committing. No more. Count me in. !
There you go.
So already putting it into practice.
Good.
So that sort of thing. This is related to the travel. So I still want to continue the German. So I've written 16 hours of German. So I'm going back to roughly half an hour a day again.
Yep.
But also I'm adding on here 2 convos on Duolingo. So one in Spanish, one in German. Done this before. It's not too hard. So if I fail this one, that's just... Yeah, there's no.
That's a common Duolingo where you're like talking to somebody else.
Yeah, or a group of people or things like that.
Yep.
I wanted to do a podcast episode on kind of the current failing. So really just like an introspection of what it was that inspired me to write the goal of fixing up some bad tendencies I've had. I'd really like to get into the point where I'm locking things in really tight. I feel I'm doing pretty good, but just I think it'd be good to do a podcast episode on actual, like, being a bit vulnerable and talking about some shit which is uncomfortable to talk about.
Yep.
So I think that'll be helpful. And then the first one related to the coding language is investigating how hard it would be to really write my own RSS feed. So at the moment I'm using a software package to upload it, and it's so there's Casterpod, and it looks nice. Upload here, click button here.
Yep.
But how much stuff is actually in the surface? Because when I look at the RSS code, or the RSS feed, the XML file, I can understand it. It's like podcast thing here, insert lightning address here. Chapters, JSON file located at this link here. The MP3 is located in this location. I feel like that's not too difficult. I feel like if I just had a storage somewhere and I upload it onto there and then I have the link, I could create my own RSS. But I don't know for sure. So I'm gonna ask some people who know this kind of stuff, and it's like, okay, if I actually was going to do this, how would you go about it? How hard it? Yeah, and how do you go about doing it? So so in particular, Sir Spencer, I know he does this for himself. And this is the kind of thing that would then allow us to go live at some point. No promises on that. And so those are my goals. How many of those actually have numbers in them? One. There's one, two of them have. So,
there are a few, which is nice.
There you go. And no need to really talk about the fitness challenge.
It's just begun, really. The other one's just finished. So and if you want to check out more of the details, probably go check out the last musings.
I'll bring it up on the screen just so people know what it is. But it's mostly related to working on the one-arm handstand, in all the different positions of that, the groundwork that's required for that. So which is really fingertip support type things, closing of the eyes, not needing to use your vision for balance. You want to try and eliminate that as much as possible. And then some more power pressing type movements. So straight arm presses, stool to press in particular, but even a little bit of handstand push-ups and the like. And this is not loading, so it's not going to show up on the YouTube screen, but it'll be... there we go.
Yep, just as you say it.
Yeah, and straight arm work and whatnot. So get keen. I'll definitely bring it up in just meanderings episodes. I take a lot of footage nowadays as well, so you'll see all the sort of stuff I'm working on.
Good.
Sure.
As in, you take it on your own phone, or you get others to...
No, I take it on my own phone, and every now and then Brendan and whatnot will take some videos, some better videos. Yeah.
Good. I'll finish off just as how to do a quick Google, because I was also curious as well, just in terms of how to write a feed, how to create an RSS feed. So first of all, you have to compile a list of the content of writing a feed. So that's the actual content of what you're providing in terms within the package.
Yeah.
Then you from that create your own XML file. So you can do that on a notepad or text edit or whatever. Yeah. And you start entering the content, or each piece of content separated by item, blah blah blah, which seems nice.
I know how to do that.
Close the tags at the bottom of the feed. Seems straightforward enough. Saving the file as an XML file. Publishing the feed. So it's actually going into an FTP program, which is really just a file transfer protocol program. So that's, I don't know if you know about that, but I guess just learning about file transfer protocols.
Yeah.
So you're putting it somewhere and then just distributing the feed online. And that's basically it. Now, and then you update your feed as you manually update it.
Yes.
Now, my only thoughts of some of these things for you is that's still using external sites to do this. That's this is still using a program to do an FTP program.
Okay, yeah. I don't need to know how to
build and do it all. Okay, gotcha. So
if I'm actually doing actual coding, it's going to be very small and minor. It's going to be extremely simple. So when I say that, learning of that in the annual goal, it's more okay, what is an FTP? I have no idea.
Gotcha.
That kind of knowledge acquisition rather than...
I'm going to build a brand new FTP protocol.
Yes.
Good. Okay. All right. Me and Immortalites, that's been the October 22 goals. Again, send us through a message if you've got any goals this month and the past month that you've either really proud of or you want to share with us as well.
Yeah, we'd love to know those.
These, they're a little bit more informal. They happen every month. But once again, these people can Boostergram through these particular ones as well.
Boostergram anything, man.
Exactly, man. So if you want to Boostergram these ones, or if you want to send us, a good luck or a well done or a puh, it looked like crap.
Yeah.
Feel free to do so as well. But for now,
comment on the Chuck's beanie.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be like some yearly goal in the future. Be like, make a sale on Chuck's beanie or something like that. For now, me and Immortalize, we'll leave you there. Juan out.
Kyrin out. Ciao.
Bye. Good.
Okay, that is it, everyone. Thank you. If you're in the stream, as usual, I'm going to be hanging out in the Discord, creating these files and whatnot for a little while. So if you want to come say hi, please do. Other than that, I hope you're having a fantastic day and ciao.
Ciao.